Alright, boys and girls, this is Benjamin Boncho. We are back in F1 Manager 2022. Today we are at Monza. Now I think the Constructors' Championship has pretty much been wrapped up as we are almost 200 points ahead of Mercedes and Red Bull. Although Mercedes and Red Bull are only 4 points apart, so they're still fighting for second place in that championship. And in the Drivers' Championship, we only have about a 100-point lead or so, give or take a couple points to Sainz and Verstappen, and Ricciardo still well within this race. We have 7 races left. And this week we are in Italy at Monza. So let's go ahead and take a look at our stuff. It's been quite a few days since I've been in this game. So I'm a little bit behind. Now, I think what we have to do now is do the last developments for our car, I believe. Let me go take a look at the car analysis and see how many days. We have 4 days until the race. So let's go and take a look at the car analysis and see what we should be working on. All right, so let's see how far away we are from the league, or not the league, the series, the average, the grid average. And where we probably should be focusing on first, I think DRS acceleration, obviously, since we're third. Who is in first place? Is it Mercedes? It is Mercedes. Yeah. So we're equal with them, actually, so it's not too bad. Let's compare ourselves to Mercedes, who seems to be third in almost every category except for low speed. How much higher are we? All right, so medium speed we definitely need to work on, and medium speed. God damn it. I just used a lighter to burn off all the cat fuzz on this microphone, and he must have just done it overnight, must have rubbed up against it because it's all fuzzy again. So we need to work on the medium speed. Low speed cornering seems okay, 2.589 to 2.541. And high speed 4.845 to 4.820. So let's definitely work on medium speed and or cornering and acceleration. So I think it's going to be a front wing and maybe the rear wing. Let's go ahead and do this. Pause for edit, and I will be right back. Okay, so yeah, our first one's going to be a front wing. Now, it's not going to really help medium speed too much, only 3.547 up to 3.559. And with the high speed, it should help out a little bit more. So that's 0.017 points, where the medium speed is only 0.012. And then the low speed is only 0.005 actually. But I guess that makes sense as the high speed will require more Gs anyway. So let's go ahead and do this. Brake cooling all the way to the left. Everything else just straight down the middle. If I mess around with the airflow sensitivity or airflow front, it's going to lower one of these two. Cornering or dirty air cornering. Also helps us with our top speed a little bit as well. We do go up 0.01 kilometers per hour, but our top speed isn't an issue anyway. What is an issue is our cornering. So that is going to be our first one. 6 engineers. Intense approach. 35 days. Okay. So we will do that. And another cut for edit here as I try to figure out what we want to do. Okay, so this is going to be the rear wing here. Again, a little bit of bump to cornering and dirty air cornering, but we're trying to just up the top speed and acceleration. So we should go up to 1.998 with this. Although, yeah, we're not losing much in the cornering if I move the DRS delta up there. What about this? Yeah, again, it's going to help one or the other, so we'll just leave it right in the middle and then drag reduction all the way to the right as well. So this will be our second for the ATR period and final upgrade part on the car for the year, as we will be doing research projects from now on. And I think we've already done one for that. Let's just go ahead and do the underfloor, put in the rest of our CFD MAU hours and wind tunnel hours into this to help us for next year. What do we want to do? Do we want to leave it? Yeah, we'll just leave it right in the middle for airflow sensitivity here. And we will develop that. Now, how many engineers do we have left? We have plenty. 50 days, that should bring us to right before the next ATR period, because I believe ATR periods are 60 days. So that is it. And I don't think we didn't have anything else in here. So all the projects that we're waiting on are ones that we just put in right now. So let's check our drivers. Do we have any points to distribute? No, we don't. Oliver Behrman's contract is expiring soon. I think we're going to sign him up once again, just because he is doing quite well now. An 80 overall driver, 22 years old. I think he's on pace to beat Piastri. Do we want to just sign him up? No, we'll wait until the end of the year. Let's check our staff. I don't think we're getting anything on our staff. All right, so we're going to have to re-sign Riccardo Mosconi. What is he getting paid now? $2 million. All right, well, I think we're going to pick him up again. Yeah, we're going to pick him up again. And then next year, Simone Resta and Peter Bonington will need new contracts as well. Facilities, I don't think we're waiting on anything. Let us check our cost cap, see how close we are. $5 million. Well, we have 26 million left, but projected we only have about 6 million surplus right now to get us to the end of the year. So let's hope that let's hope that we don't need any new engine parts or anything like that. I think we're still in pretty good condition. Nothing left to do. Let's go ahead and simulate through. All right, about to start Monza. I think we're good enough for that. And I think we're definitely good enough to get into Q2 with both of our drivers. So we'll guarantee that. Finish position. Yeah, let's do that as well, because I think we have top speed anyway. And finish position streak. Let's go ahead and do 5th. Actually, can we do 2 drivers? There we go. All right. So we will do that when we will start the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Let's go. All right. I will take care of practice like I always do, guys. I'll see you back for the start of quali. All right. P1 and P5 in qualifying. So not exactly what we want to see. But we do have 100% setup confidence for Daniel, 94% setup confidence for Alex, and only 65% track acclimatization for Daniel as we ran Oliver in FP1. Trying to get Oliver as high up as possible. So that is it for his first gearbox. Daniel's gearbox is officially dead. We should have pretty new-ish parts on the car for this power-hungry track here, so we should be in a good position here. Alright, Alex's practice components are still in pretty decent shape. Alright, and this one is at 64%. If we need to at the end of the season, we can always run on this ERS number 2 as well. Brand new gearbox. Let's see if we can do anything about this. Where are we off? Well, that can only go back a little bit more. Okay, let's see if that will help. 100% setup confidence, we're good. Let's go into qualifying here. See what we can do. I should check the weather because I haven't even seen the weather all weekend, I think. Alright, drive racing. FP3 looked good. We should be okay here in qualifying. I think we'll only need the first run, so hopefully we don't screw up the first run or run into any traffic. I was going to put out an Alex Superfan video this week, but didn't have a really great weekend in general. Not great practice. Qualifying only finished in P16. And then his brakes failed on him during the race. So I'll just wait until good performances to do an Alex Superfan show. Ah, we ran into traffic right at the chicane. Come on, let's still get a good... Alright, good. We got around Vesti. What do we do? P1, P2. Signs only 1,000ths of a second off of Ricciardo there. But it should be good enough to get us into Q2. And then we can save tires for the later qualifying rounds. Alright, let's go to 16X just to get this done. 91%. These tires will go 32 laps. Okay. Not great race tires, but maybe. 32 laps. What's the Italian Grand Prix? 60 something laps? 61 laps or something like that? 63 laps? Maybe less.
Session is over.
Okay, Ocon went 1/10 quicker than our guys. Let's see what Alex's out of confidence. All right, we're both at 100. That's really, really good. Both at 100, and all of our components are in pretty decent shape. I wanted to do that. Okay. Let's go into... Yeah, does it say how many laps? 53. Okay, so less than I thought, actually. Only 53 laps. Are we still on the used tires? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay, let's go into Q2. Yeah, if you're wondering, the Grand Prix I was talking about was the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So not a great Saudi Arabian Grand Prix weekend for Alex. Great weekend for Checo and Max, who came back from P15 after having to have, what was it, a gearbox changed? And then only finished a handful of seconds behind Max. So good for him. Ah, crap. I didn't get us out behind Ocon before the lap started. So we will have to overtake Sainz at one point. Did we do okay? P1, P2. That's fine with me. And then with the debacle with Alonso and Aston Martin, the podium, no podium. He eventually got the podium anyway, but I don't know. I feel like those kind of things should be settled during the race and not wait until after the race to settle it. Because how is that fair to somebody like Russell, who at the end of the race realizes he can't catch Alonso, so he goes into engine conservation mode. But then, like, late in the race, the team's like, oh, Alonso might have a penalty, and then George has to turn it back on again. Or Alonso himself, who thinks he's safe till the end of the race, and then like 10 laps left to go, they're like, you need to gap Russell because we might have a penalty. They really need to be making those decisions during the race. I think the only decisions you leave until after the race is like, oh, he kind of drove dangerously on track. Should we give him some points on his license, on his super license? But anything that affects like the positions at the end of the race or race classification, that shit should be discussed during the race, and any penalties should be handed out. And then once the race ends, that's where it ends. Like, you shouldn't be like, yeah, we're going to take the podium away from you, the trophy away from you, even though you've already been on the podium and celebrated with the podium. It's so stupid. Okay, so Q3, we are looking good. 100% confidence. 2 new sets of softs for Q3, and our times actually look pretty decent, even on the older softs in Q2. It's starting to look a little bit gray now. Are we expecting any rain? No, we are not. All right. So because this qualifying round is so short, I will just wait for Sainz to go, and then we will send our own guys. There we go. Should give us a little bit of slipstream here. Hopefully, anyway. I think we're close enough to Sainz to be getting slipstream. This is just our first run, so let's just go 16x. Oh, Jack Doohan. Please get out of the way. Oh, wait, Jack was on a fast lap. All right, P1, P2. Wow, Ricardo is 0.2 of a second in front of Alex. Okay. Confirm. 5 minutes left. I think we can probably run it to about 2.5 here. We'll wait for Sainz to come out. Ah, no. We're going to come out behind Russell, who's 10th. Well, it looks like we are far enough back to where 1 second... We should have a 1 second gap to Russell. All right, let's get some slipstream here. Green and purple sectors, boys. Green and purple sectors. Green and yellow. Not great. Okay. Not great. Green and yellow. Come on. Green and yellow. Although Ricardo did set a blazing time in his first lap, so I'm not really that surprised. But we still managed to put it 1-2, and we will be front row on the grid tomorrow. So we are in a good position, boys.
Here we are, folks. We're back for another day.
We got the Mercedes right behind us, right? Yeah, 2 Mercedes. Sainz, who was about 3/10 behind Ricardo and 1/10 behind Alex, and then Ocon, who's about half a tenth behind him. Where are the Red Bulls? Okay, Max is coming back up again, but he has a grid penalty. That's not great. So we can actually do a soft to medium. Maybe we try soft to hard. Let me compare it to what a medium to hard run would look like. Pretty similar, actually. Let's just do softs to hards here. Soft to hards, I think, should be adequate. There we go. Alright, pitting on lap 18. Pitting on lap 18. We'll start on the softs and then see where the AI cars are if they start on the mediums. If we're really far ahead of them, we'll just continue running the softs until they reach about 35-30%, and then we'll pit them. But I think we should still be in pretty good condition going from soft to hards here. We'll have plenty of life left at the end of both stints to push if we need to push. But I think for now, we'll probably only push on the first few laps just to kind of push the gap, and then we will let them be and kind of go easy on the tires. Good thing is, though, both of our drivers have actually pretty decent tire management. Alright, so good combination, softs and mediums. Looks like both the Mercedes are on mediums, though, so we should have the pace on them right at first. Let me just double check that. Yep, mediums. Leclerc on mediums. Where's Verstappen? All the way down P14. He's starting on the quali softs. Why would you do that? Okay. Deploy, push, deploy, push. Maybe we won't even push on the tires since we're pushing on the fuel anyway. So that will kind of bring our tire wear down a little, our tire life down a little bit. We are watching Ricardo. If we are 1 second ahead of Mercedes, is this going to be a yellow flag? Just a yellow flag. If we're 1 second ahead of the Mercedes after like sector 2, I'll just stop pushing.
Take a closer look. Now let's have a look. It's Lance Stroll.
Oh, Lance Stroll. Yeah, that was a very Lance Stroll move. Just, oh, you're in the way? Let me just turn in on you. Okay, so we are already 1 second ahead of Ocon at this point. Let's save our battery and just push on fuel, which I think, along with being on these softer compound tires, should be more than enough to maintain this gap to Ocon and Sainz. Now, what are their plans here? Are they planning on going... I don't think we can see the strategy. Are they planning on going medium to hards or mediums to softs? That'll be interesting to see, because a soft medium strategy should take them to the end of the race. But I don't know. I think it might be better to, might be faster to go medium softs and not push.
The OS will be activated now.
Okay, we're gonna go 8x here, so we're not sitting here all day. We still have plus 1.8 kilograms of fuel, so we should be in a good spot. I might start harvesting fuel. I mean, not harvesting fuel. Harvesting ERS.
You have fastest lap.
Oh, Alex is out in front now. Okay, let's start harvesting with Ricardo.
Charge the pack. Understood.
So Alex should hang out in P1 for the time being. Let's do one more lap. Because we're already at the end of our harvesting abilities. Oh no. Another crash? Is this going to be a safety car? Yellow flag as of right now. Is that a Red Bull? It's blue. There is a Red Bull. That's got to be Verstappen. Yep. Okay. I was about to say Verstappen's at the back of the grid right now. Ooh.
And there's the collision.
Was that Piastri? No, Magnussen. Okay. So both Alfa Romeos involved in incidents on track today. Alright, so Ricardo should be fine. Now our gap to Sainz is 4 seconds. Oh, Sainz must have been
Did someone run wide there?
fighting through that sector there. Yeah, oh, he went wide. Alright, where is... We've already lapped Verstappen. Verstappen not having a great race here. Okay, so Alex is harvesting right now behind Ricardo. Ocon is now 4 seconds in front of us. I think we will harvest one more lap with Alex here, and then we will send them on their way. Okay, here we go. What are the mediums on now? It's 84% after 10 laps. Actually, that's not that bad. It's not bad at all. I don't have any team orders with our guys. I'm hoping that as right now, since the DRS zones, the first DRS zone is super long, they can use the DRS zones to leapfrog. Sainz, nope. Ocon back now ahead between the two Mercedes, and they're about 6 seconds behind us. Norris is not that far either. Leclerc 5 seconds behind them, bringing up the third group of drivers here. Alright, gap is 5 seconds. Our tires about to go out now. Sainz with the fastest lap so far. Maybe I have Ricardo not fight teammate. Let's see if this will help our gap to the Mercedes a little bit. Alright, we've entered our pit window and we're still at 55%, so I think we'll run it down a little bit more. The medium runners will probably start eating into that gap behind us, but that's fine. The longer we can conserve our second stint of tires, the better off we will be. It'll give us some more tires to fight back with. So yeah, actually, the gap is now starting to grow a little bit now that I've had Ricardo stop fighting. Because before we were hovering at about under 5 seconds, and now we are just a little bit over 5 seconds. Let's go another lap or two before I bring them in. I mean, above 6 seconds, I should say. Now we are back to about the 6 second delta. Ooh, is this going to be a safety car? VSC. This will be the perfect time to bring them in, actually. Norris is now 8 seconds back.
VSC.
It's a collision. We can take a look now. Now have a watch of this.
Ooh,
Looks
the
like
two
Ocon.
Mercedes. Oh, it was the Alpine. Oh, the Alpine
Oh,
crashed
no.
into them.
And there's
Norris.
the crash.
Oh, Lando.
Mark my
Lando.
words, there'll be questions asked about that later.
Will the VSC stay out long enough for both of our guys to pit? It should. There we go. Leclerc does pass us, but he still needs to come into the pit lane. Anyway, everybody else is pitting behind us. Okay, I think we can take it easy on the fuel for now. We are at 0.8. VSC ending. Good. We still have full batteries on both of our guys. This will be a pretty easy race for us. Hopefully,
VSC ending.
this game doesn't make me eat my words. So Leclerc and Russell still have about 64% of their mediums left. Russell is way behind. How about the Mercedes and
Yeah,
Norris?
sure.
Norris is No, 17 seconds behind race leader. Okay, so we are in good condition. The only 3 cars that were even close to being a threat have now all gone to the midfield for the most part. Norris in P5, the highest out of all of them. Sainz in P11, and Ocon down to P16. I assume the Mercedes would have had damage to the rear and underfloor, whereas Norris only needed a front wing change, so he will be in a good spot. Ricciardo lost a little bit of time behind Leclerc, but he has made it out in front of Leclerc now, and I think we have enough straight line speed that Leclerc shouldn't be able to threaten with another overtake. Alright, so we're setting fastest lap after fastest lap here. And this should be an easy second half of the race. Yeah, Leclerc's already 2 seconds back.
Let's see what happened there.
Gasly locked up.
It's Pierre Gasly. Well, they've lost it.
Ouch.
They've locked up.
Okay. We're in a good spot, boys and girls. Good spot. Since there's not much action on track, let's just watch these cars going off.
They're way off the racing line there.
Okay. Wasn't too bad. He didn't lose too much time there. Leclerc's already 3.5 seconds behind. And then Russell's fallen even further back because Russell was only about 7 seconds behind. And he is now almost 12 seconds back. Sainz is starting to make his way back up, though. Thought he had dropped down a little bit. Maybe other drivers have just recently boxed for tires or something like that. He's not really closing that gap down to Doohan. Joe locked up. That's fine. He's all the way at the back of the grid. Another yellow flag. 24 laps to go, including this one. Magnussen locked up. That's fine. He's all the way in the back as well. Verstappen is 2 minutes behind. He must have crazy damage to the car. Let's see if we can see any damage on the car. I don't think we will. No, can't see any damage. Looks like his DRS is open now. Oh, that's just a glitch in the game, I guess. Oh, maybe he has rear wing damage. That would explain why he is going so damn slow. I'll have to go back and look at the replay. He got rear-ended, right? Okay, yeah, that would explain why his rear wing is missing. Wow, I cannot believe that they are still letting him race like this. Why didn't they call him in? That's got to be dangerous. Alright, so Ricciardo not really able to close in on Alex. Let's push with the fuel a little bit here, see if that'll help Ricciardo close up. Leclerc finally pitting, Russell finally pitting. How much time do we have to Norris? Norris must have damage on his car as well because he is just dropping back. 25 seconds now.
So you got fastest.
Okay. Now, barring any other drivers coming in to take a fastest lap, we should be able to just go to the end on these tires. But if not, if somebody else does pick up the fastest lap, I think we have a big enough gap to Norris now. And if we don't now, then we will by like lap 50 to where I can just box Daniel onto new tires and then have him go for the fastest lap. That's odd. We're actually pushing on fuel with Daniel and the gap is getting bigger to Alex. So maybe
Someone's run wide.
Leclerc running wide again.
Watch this. There's Leclerc. And they've gone wide. Very wide. That's not ideal. Not ideal.
I need to get a better monitor. 1080p just does not look that great on this TV anyway. I do have a 4K TV, but it's like a 55-inch. I probably should get like a 4K monitor so I can display this in 4K. 1080p just looks terrible. Like, my graphics card isn't even breaking a sweat to run this at 1080p. I mean, I don't have the best graphics card in the world, but it can run this at 4K with pretty decent frames. So, the 4K TVs aren't even, or 4K monitors aren't even that expensive anymore. Maybe like the 240 hertz ones are, but I don't need a 240 hertz 4K monitor. Probably would be able to make do with like a 60 hertz 4K monitor. Okay, safety car. You know what? We might as well come in and put them on new tires. How many laps left? 9 laps left. Yeah, let's put on these soft tires. And put them into harvest mode just to try and conserve as much of the battery as we can. You can do that with the fuel as well.
Okay.
Oh, I almost missed the crash.
Now just take a look at the McLaren. Goodness me, that is a
Ooh,
serious
ouch.
collision.
Yeah, that was a hard crash. Who was that? Giovinazzi. Alright, so we will come in. We have 35 seconds to Norris anyway, so we should be alright. Norris stays out. They are on 70% hards. We'll wait for the safety car to let them all through. I think they're going to let cars overtake. Verstappen's not even going to be able to get back onto the lead lap since he's how many laps down now? 3 laps down? Yeah. Jeez. So he'll only be 2 laps down by the time the safety car comes back. So I don't believe they're going to let Verstappen through one more lap. Safety car is going to come in now, right? Yep, safety car is ending now.
Understood.
So Alex Albon is de facto safety car. Anybody watching my American intro to F1, this is what I mean when I say the safety car is into the pit lane and now Alex is the de facto safety car. So he's leading them down, single file.
Okay, understood.
And he is the de facto safety car. Now, we've got enough fuel, so let's go ahead and push. I think Norris has got damage, so we don't even need to push with that. And then he can start racing whenever he wants to, but overtaking isn't allowed until they pass the start-finish line. So if you did catch my F1 for Americans by an American, that's what I'm talking about with the safety car. Look at that. We're already... Well, we were almost at a second before we hit the chicane. We're at 9/10 now. Yeah. I think it should be pretty easy to get out of DRS. And then since we are on the softs, and I don't think... Okay, so there are other drivers on softs. I'm going to have Alex go for the fastest lap right now. Yeah. I'll let Alex go. I was going to say Ricardo can go too, but maybe this will help Alex create a little bit of room between him and Ricardo so that we don't crash into each other before the end of the race. I think Alex deserved the win today anyway. He was a much better driver.
DRS has been enabled. Increase in lift and coast just a little.
Alright, so we got the fastest lap there. And there's only a handful of laps left to go. Look how far back Sainz is already. 4 seconds back. Does Sainz have damage as well? He must have damage. Well, his rear wing is still intact, but he could have like undercarriage or underfloor damage or suspension damage that we just can't see. But at least he's not missing his front rear wing like Verstappen is. Alright, so Ricardo's caught back up. We have him not fighting for the moment. I'm going to have Alex start to harvest a little bit of DRS again, just in case we do run into any issues. But I think we should be fine as the next few cars are 7 seconds back. But just in case. No, actually I'm not going to be stupid. Let's just go. Normal racing. We'll go on board with Alex. Enjoy this last lap here. Yeah, we pulled out 8 seconds on the cars behind, who I'm pretty sure are damaged. I mean, even if they weren't, we were on new-ish softs, and they were on like 30, 40 lap old hards. So not really a wonder that we pulled out 8 seconds on them. And look at this, we almost lapped Verstappen again. Oh, we did. So he's going to finish.
And one more lap.
Oh, wait, I thought that was the last lap. Nope, okay. So he's going to finish 3 laps behind.
Yellow, yellow.
Ooh, another yellow flag.
Okay.
What happened?
Let's have a look.
Oh, Verstappen. I'm not surprised. He's got to have no downforce on the car now with no rear wing.
What a spin.
Ouch. I mean, I don't think his day would have gone much better anyway. He would have been lucky to get back into the points. Leclerc started much, much higher than he did, and Leclerc only barely made it up to P6.
So we have checkered flag now.
And there we go, boys and girls. That is the end of the race for us. A nice 1-2.
What an amazing drive.
Let's see who gets the... There we go. Okay. And Tsunoda bringing home a point. Aston Martin's not having a bad day. I mean, it did take a couple of cars DNFing and Verstappen getting a bunch of damage, and Stroll probably having a bunch of damage for Yuki to get some points. But I feel bad for Yuki. Second weekend in a row where he just missed out on points. Last week finishing P11, or 2 weeks ago finishing P11 behind Alex, and then yesterday finishing 1 position behind Nico Hulkenberg. But I think it was Nico that scored for Haas. I believe it was. Good for him. All right, so that is it. We get the extra point for fastest lap and pole position. So we maximized our points with 45 points for the day. Right. Yeah. Yes, 45 points. Bringing our total now up to 328 for Alex, 261 for Daniel, and Sainz actually having a pretty decent day, finishing P3 and losing the least amount of points to us as possible. He's still in it, 100 points away. Abu Dhabi is double points finish, so it will be pretty tight, but I'm pretty sure this is all over. Yeah. This is all over for now. Alex still bring home some decent experience points. Ricardo not. And Oliver Behrman, while he's still at 1.7, I'm going to try and run him as many times as I can in FP1. So $6.15 million. Good for us. And Alex gets a point. Up next, the Marina Bay Street Circuit at Singapore. I don't remember how well we did at Monaco. I think we did well at Hungary, but I think at Monaco we didn't do all that great. So hopefully we should do well at Singapore. Overtaking should be a little bit easier than Monaco and Hungary anyway. So look at this, Bunjamin, just in time to say goodbye. So that's it for this episode, guys. If you think I've earned it, feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Remember to eat bok choy. I'll see you guys in the next episode.